What's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of BTR Beyond the Ropes. My name's Retro Relapse, aka Fernando, and with me, as always, holding down the duties on the ones and twos, the BFF, the man with the plan, Randizzle, aka Randy. What to do, Randy, on a top rope Tuesday? And I even said that without looking at the screen. How about them apples?
There you go. Another great week, another great weekend of wrestling. But
Yeah.
before we get into it, make sure to like, subscribe, comment, leave a rating wherever you get your podcast needs. Our favorite platforms: Spotify with video, YouTube, Apple Podcast, Amazon Music. Of course, you can find us on Twitch, Kick, uh, everywhere else. And then we're going also doing live Facebook
Hopefully.
videos. Yeah, we'll probably get that back up and running for some reason. We don't. I'm not a good audio guy here, but we'll get there. Of course, at the socials at Beyond the Ropes 210. But make sure to interact with us. We appreciate you getting us so we're where we were able to stream live on Facebook, and we want to get back rolling on that. But again, comment on some of these videos on YouTube or anywhere else. So, but another fantastic Top Rope Tuesday coming at you.
Yeah.
Yeah!
There you go. So get all the plugs out of the way. Out
Shameless
of the way.
plugs.
So yes, right. Shameless plugs, and hopefully we'll have a um.
New sponsor coming up soon.
There you go. That's what I was trying to say. Thank you for that one. We'll have a new sponsor coming. Um, we had to part ways with our last sponsor, but that's okay because that makes room for someone else to come in and jump in, so we can shamelessly plug them as well.
And we
Yes.
will continue to shamelessly plug whoever sponsors us.
Yes.
Give us some swag. We'll rep your brands on the show, at live events, or at live local events at the brewery.
Or wherever wrestling's being held, the schools or whoever decides to just throw a pop up show, we'll be there repping your shit. So let us know. Anyway, being that it's a top rope Tuesday and we're kind of in the thick,
The
working
thick.
into the thick, working into running on the road to WrestleMania, running on the road to Revolution, running on all roads that lead to the biggest pay per view event of the spring, WrestleMania. Uh, hey man, like I would like to see if we can talk about just the state of the women's wrestling right now. I want to say that the women's stories are heating up a lot more than the men's right now.
As crazy as it may sound, a couple of years ago, women's wrestling just it was almost non-existent. You got, if you were lucky, a match. And I don't even say a story. It was really a match that was jumbled together because they were scrambling to put women on the show. So they were just teaming up people. And this is WWE and AEW at the same time,
Right.
right? It wasn't one company over the other. They were both just kind of randomly throwing teams together, three ways, four ways, six women tag matches, just to put the women out there because there was a fucking influx of people being like, "Hey man, you hire all these women, you see them in backstage vignettes, and that's it. Like, where are these women fighting, right?" And now we're to a point where it's some of these women are kind of holding prestigious spots on these shows. And I'll give you a good example. I'll take AEW and WWE out of the kind of the picture somewhat. NXT is heavily women featured. It's almost like it might as well just be the women's Tuesday night show because the biggest stars that come out of NXT, for the most part, have been the women,
Women.
and they have good stories. Some are mediocre. Don't get, I mean, there's still some ebbs and flows with everything else, just like how wrestling is in general. But
If you don't understand where NXT is at, they're the rookie show. You put your rookies there. You put your up and comers there. You put your whoever they decided to hire off the indie scene. and give them a chance there so they could build not only their personal brands that they have going on, but also just get the cadence going of what WWE expects so they can move up to the main roster and deal with how they deal with the stuff on the main
Be
show.
be TV ready is the key word there. The TV ready because the indies, and we saw it before at an AEW show where some guy was just pandering too much to the crowd like an indie show, and it just didn't work out, right? So they're teaching them, and it works. It works for AEW and WWE's best interest because these people are coming in and they're looking for the hard cam. You can see them. They're walking and they're doing their poses to the wrong side of the fucking of the camera, and then someone's like, you can see someone just fucking pointing. You saw it with a ref with Liv Morgan when she won the Royal Rumble. Hey, hey, fucking point to the fucking sign. Point to the sign. Like,
Well, in her defense, according to what she said online, she was told more to enjoy the moments because she hadn't been, and I think that's probably why it got the best of her because she knows. It's not the first time Liv Morgan's been in the spot to point to the sign. She just happened to be enjoying the moment and forgot. I mean, it happens. We're human, right? Or at least I hope they are.
I think so.
Yeah,
They at least portray them on TV.
there you go.
They
And
I
you know,
think they lizard
it's crazy.
people.
It's crazy you mentioned how the women are now a lot of the show. I was watching the TNA. I like to call it. Well, my family and I like to call it the AJ Styles Network because whenever you watch TNA on the free TV, the internet channels that Samsung has or any Roku TV or whatever, you could just hook it up and it has all these free channels and stuff. There's a TNA wrestling one on there. Majority of the time, they're always showing AJ Styles. Young AJ Styles just dominates most of those matches that they show on there and stuff. But being that this past weekend was Valentine's Day weekend, hopefully you did cuddle up and watch some wrestling because there was some good stuff on TV, especially Collision that happened over in Australia Saturday night. That was a fun show.
Fucking
Uh,
fantastic Grand Slam.
oh, that was awesome. Um, they happened to be showing a bunch of different women's matches on that TNA channel that we saw. It was like midday, like after breakfast, late breakfast, late brunch, 11, 12
Brunch. Yeah.
o'clock,
Okay.
whatever. Um, and we had it on, and it's crazy to see. This had been this is early TNA where like the NWA part of it is still kind of in there, but it's more total nonstop action where they have women dancing in the cages like if they were at a strip club
Yeah.
kind of thing.
Like a go go
They had
dancers.
they had the go-go dancers dancing in the background, almost like WCW had at one point, and then they also had the some of the women's one of the women's matches that I can still remember it caught my attention was it was a 6 woman cage match, but it wasn't. No. That wasn't that. That wasn't it. Uh, a 7 women pajama match, and they had to rip the pajamas off to the where they were in their underwear, and that's how you lost, and they would kick them out of the ring. And I can't remember who won, but
Probably
Francine
Christy
from
Hemme.
ECW, because this was 2004. Francine from ECW was in there. She was a big player,
Probably
and
Christy Hemme was probably the one who won.
she was not in there, and she did not win. I would
Oh.
remember. I will remember
Gail
Hemi
Kim?
because
Gail
that's
Kim?
the red hair. That's still later. She wasn't in it then yet. There were other names that were like
Rebel Sky?
she was not in there either.
Oh
No,
shit. Okay.
nope.
Interesting.
I'm telling you, there was a bunch of names from that year that like you didn't really kind of know because they weren't really big. They weren't
Okay,
really
okay,
big.
okay. Well, TNA
So
was just coming up, really, at this
that's
point.
what I'm saying. But what I'm getting at is that they came from doing bra. This was just another glorified bra and panties match. They had 7 women in the ring in like grandma style pajamas, and the object was to rip them off where they're in their fucking bra and panties, and then they got kicked out of the ring. Like literally, someone would like drop kick them out of the ring or throw them out
I'm like Royal
rope,
Rumble,
like
like Royal
Romo
Rumble.
style,
Okay,
like through the
okay.
ropes, and they were gone. That was it. So you have that, and then nowadays they're main eventing fucking WrestleMania. They're main eventing every big pay per view, or if not most of them, and holding a prestigious title. They're fighting. AJ Lee came out on Monday Night Raw, and she was talking about that. where she came from, but she still loves the Diva era, but she knew that she belongs in the era now, and that's why she's fighting for a championship to prove the naysayers wrong that she can't do it because she wants to do it. But it's crazy them holding that butterfly title to an actual prestigious world championship now.
There was a weird little time because there was once upon a time a London Blaze, Luna Vachon, Scary Sherry. They had the women's title, right?
Hmm.
And then Medusa done fucked that up when she jumped to WCW and threw in the trash. And then there was a lull where it really was the Attitude Era. It was just about the whole train, the bras and panties, a lot of innuendo,
Puppies.
a lot of innuendos with PMS, pretty mean sisters, shit like that, right? Yeah. And then you got in this era, you got people like China and Ivory, and then they really make a women's title, a legit women's championship title. It's circled. It was a circle gold. Almost looked like the old IC title, which is right here, right? It
Hmm.
almost looked like that, similar to that, just a little bit tighter and smaller. And then there was a weird transition, right? The Attitude Era bled into the Ruthless Aggression Era, which led to the Diva Search and more of the not
Meaning
wrestling
eye
with
candy.
eye candy, but not so much as not. Yes, there was still some bra and panties matches, but not as much as the Attitude Era. But glorifying pillow fights, glorifying pajama matches, glorifying food fights, stuff like that, right? Mud wrestling, stuff like that. And you had a lot of people, you had a lot of women, talented women wrestlers who really had to power through. Victoria, Ivory. At some point, even Stacy Keibler and Tori Wilson got out of that. You had AJ Lee there in that era. Then you had Soraya, aka Paige, and you
Hmm.
had Natty. Right? These women kind of had to endure that little detour, and they worked really hard. They worked really hard, but that's still a very fawned over era because there was a lot of good women's wrestlers. That's when you finally start seeing Trish and Lita get they main evented Raw, which is a big fucking deal. It's a big
Hmm.
fucking deal, but it's still that era of between the women's championship and the Divas championship. And now, like you said, like then you had the NXT pop up, and then the women's like athleticism and matches, quality of match just went up, and then you started having like legit title runs, and then you had that women's main eventing WrestleMania, not just once, not just twice, but three times. And not only that, you have women main eventing it. You had one of the biggest MMA stars, Ronda Rousey, Charlotte Flair, the Nepo baby, and the man Becky Lynch. And then the following year, you have two women of color, Mercedes Moné, Bianca Belair, main event of WrestleMania. So these are
Two
big things.
sisters.
Two sisters, pretty mean sisters.
Pretty mean.
But look how far you came, right? Like there was serious women's wrestling, and then this got silly and catering to the 18 to 30 demographic of men, and then you got back to serious. And now we're in a state where again you there are some ebbs and flows just like anything, but there's a lot of great women's matches, and they're breaking barriers like that blood and guts match,
Yo, man.
right? Tag team women's in not just one company but three companies. You got TNA tag team, you got WWE tag team, you got AEW tag team. Like those are things like the women in WWE only ever had that and the heavyweight championship.
That was it.
Just this past year, they finally introduced mid cards, the women's U.S. champion, the women's IC champion. That is something cool.
We call them mid, but they're prestigious belts as well. If you think about
Yeah,
it, the
yeah.
Intercontinental Championship has always been a prestigious championship, let alone the world title, the U.S. Championship that was big back in the
WCW.
NWA and WCW days because WWE really didn't mess with the United States Championship. I think WWF had one like in the early era of WWF, but it kind of just faded out.
You know what title I always wish WWE had, and they never got, but WCW and ECW had it, the television title.
Yes.
I mean, granted, AEW kind of brought that back, and that is the TBS championship, which is cool. which is cool. But in AEW's, they're
What's the
very
belt that
young,
Ricochet has?
huh?
What's the belt that Ricochet has?
The national championship.
Oh, okay. I thought that
Yeah.
was a TV title.
No, it's the
But
national
no, but
champion.
TBS makes sense.
But what's cool about
And
AEW is
TNT.
for a long they for being so new, they did have the heavyweight champion and then the next workhorse champion, TBS champion. And just recently they introduced their
TNT.
tag team, right? So that's pretty cool. And the
Hmm.
women, you're starting to see, like you said, like although I do not care for one half of the tag team cross TBS champion, it's still a woman who's on TV, and she's still making waves, not just because of her weight, right? So, like, kudos to women getting shit done.
Yes. So we should have held back for this for like a Mother's Day episode. We still have to do something like that.
Yeah, yeah.
You
There's only a couple of
the,
mothers though in wrestling.
the mothers of wrestling. We have to do something like that. The mothers of wrestling.
The mother fluggers of wrestling.
Mother pluggers.
You know what? You
You
know what's
know,
interesting? What was that? What was I gonna say? The women's. It's about the AEW. It'll come to me. Go ahead. Go ahead.
no. Give it to me. You're talking AEW, man. Just seeing that match over the weekend, and then we'll talk more about this on Thursday. You know, just seeing the Babes of Wrath versus Mega Bad throwing a banger of a match. Uh, and then seeing that they added in, I forgot her name already. Their new signee that they got over in Australia who joined Mega Bad, dude. She's a big girl too. I love it, and I'm not talking she's thick. No, she's a tall, heavy. She's
She's a Megasaurus Junior on this one.
yes, she's a Megan, little Megan.
They didn't
Uh,
win though. That was a little disappointing to me personally.
Selena Cross is her name.
They didn't for them
Her
not
little
winning was a little
Megan
weird.
name.
Was a little weird to me that they didn't win the championships.
They couldn't have. They were in fucking Harley Cameron's fucking home country. If they were to have her lose there, it would have been stupid.
I mean, they let Sheamus lose in fucking Ireland. They let fucking Finn Balor lose in fucking. Yeah, I was just like, come on.
And those are WWE, sir.
They let Buddy Murphy lose in Australia. They let Kyle Fletcher lose in Australia.
Yeah, but Kyle Fletcher is the TNT champ, and he
Now
won.
he is, but he has lost many times in Australia. That's what I'm saying.
I agree he's lost, but they were keeping on the whole let's keep everyone happy kind of thing, and that's why
They are building to Revolution in March, so you kind of have to push it. And I think, aren't they shooting for All Out in Australia coming up? Not this year, but I think they're pushing for it to have a big pay-per-view in Australia.
I wouldn't doubt it, man. They need it.
Agreed.
They would show up for it. You want to make sure you're going to the markets that'll you know host not just the show, but host the people there to give them things to do other than just wait for the show to happen. Like when we went to All In, Dallas Fort Worth, they had it going down. They really did. They had
Ring
the
of
commit
Honor,
bring uh-huh
GCW,
uh-huh.
Starcade,
Starcade was a shit.
and all the
That's the
free
part.
shit in surrounding areas for wrestling. You can meet wrestlers
Texas
for free.
Live.
Texas Live. So, but at the same token, that technically is AEW's WrestleMania, which is during the summer, and WWE's WrestleMania. There's also a lot of things going on that you could do technically for free. You're not going to have as much fun, but you could do it technically for free. You just can't get autographs at WrestleCon. You can't go to WWE World and buy fucking awesome shit and see superstars just roaming around here and there and signing autographs and doing stage events. You know, but if you notice a lot of these signees, the people who go see the people the women that the wrestling fans go see, there's a lot of them, right? This
Mhm.
past Saturday in Houston during Valentine's Day, Soraya was at the convention, right?
I'm so upset. I was supposed to go and I didn't go, and I've been seeing the videos and I'm like, that should have been me.
Hey, shut up, baby.
Should have been me.
Okay, fucking NSYNC or Backstreet Boys. It should have been me. I don't know which one did that,
It's
but
gonna be me.
it's
Is
gonna be. Oh, my bad, my bad.
um,
I don't know enough of it, but I knew there was something along those lines. But
uh,
I thought I remember you saying you were. You were trying to go. I thought you may have went, and I also saw videos, and I was like, ah, I wonder if his asshole's over there.
I wanted it to be, but no, it wasn't in the cards. It wasn't in the cards. So when she comes back, hopefully she comes back to Texas. I'm pretty sure she will. I'm hoping she makes a stop in San Antonio. Oh man, yeah, I already know everybody in their Tia is
They
gonna
got
be
a
there.
fucking Henry Ford, not the Henry Ford. What's that fucking
Henry B. Gonzalez Convention
Henry B.
Center.
Gonzalez Convention Center? But who's the law firm that does it?
Oh, Thomas J. Henry.
Thomas J. Henry fucking throwing a convention. Come on, man.
Oh well, they do, and he does. But there was one. I can't remember the convention that's coming up. There's one that's coming up in San Antonio that they're asking for. I think it's SpaceCon. They're asking for the fans to give their I guess votes or whatever, or give them ideas so they can vote on to try to bring in wrestlers for that convention.
Give
And
me fanatic Shawn Michaels. Goddamn.
a lot of people were saying Roman Reigns and Batista because of the movies they've been in. If you're going to keep it with the space theme, because they already have the dude that's playing. Oh, who is he playing? One of the guys for Street Fighter. Um, can't remember his name,
Cody
but yeah,
Rhodes? I,
no, but they
I
did
know.
say Cody Rhodes in the comments. They said Cody Rhodes in the comments. Said Roman Reigns because he's playing Akuma. But the guy who's playing Zangief, he's like a 7'2" dude.
Okay.
Uh, that dude is going to be at the Space Con, but that's why it brought up we should bring some wrestlers, give us
Dude,
names, and
all you
people
gotta
are
do is get with Fanatics with WWE, and then you bring Fanatics here, and you can get Bautista, you can get probably the Undertaker. He's from Texas. Mark Henry's down the street. Shawn Michaels, fucking Michael Cole lives in San Antonio, like
Ernie.
Bernie. So there's a lot of wrestling talent. You know,
Shout out to my boy Johnny. He's a forgot the plumbing place he works at. I would have plugged it, but he had texted me when he was working at. He's like, dude, you'll never believe. Guess where I'm at right now. I was like, okay, you're working a job, so apparently you're at a person's house. So yeah, guess who? I was like, is it wrestling related? He's like, yes. I was like, who? I'm at Michael Cole's house. Shut the fuck up. He was at Michael Cole's house doing his plumbing over there. They had some issues and stuff, and that was the time. This had been like maybe 2 years ago that they were talking about stuff with the tribal chief, but he gave him a little insight of what was going on, but he didn't want to like spoil stuff because obviously, I mean, he get in trouble
that's
for
yeah.
spoiling
You,
shit.
you don't want to spoil some shit. You never know who likes to have keyboard warrior fingers and tells everyone the fucking secrets. You know, at least we do our due diligence, and we don't fucking when we go to live shows, we don't fucking give away the ending. We just gotta
But
watch it, and we'll talk about it when we
yeah,
get there. We talk about it when we get there because we know, as wrestling fans, we've gone through all the highs and all the lows, and you wanna be surprised. Wrestling has been compiled with a lot of smart fans, right?
mm-hmm,
Who like to ruin it for people who just want to enjoy it.
mm-hmm,
We may critique it, but we still enjoy it. I'm never we are never gonna tell you AEW sucks or WWE sucks or don't watch TNA. No, we're telling you watch everything, find out what you like, and get into it.
mm-hmm. Crazy enough, I told him, "Hey man, take a picture with him, see what he say." Or he was like, "Nah, man, he's chilling like in his like a tank top and fucking basketball shorts, bro. I don't think I'd want a picture like." I was like, "Yeah, I wouldn't do it either.
It's
I
like
would."
when he fucking wore his singlet to fight
Mm-hmm.
Daniel Bryan.
His WrestleMania
The
moment.
WrestleMania moment, yeah, against the King. Yeah, so good
Yep.
lie.
Mm-hmm.
But to circle back and bring it right back around to women's wrestling, there's a lot of people who are not only up and coming, like you said, that new signee from Australia, right? Got to make her debut on Collision with
Put some
Megabat,
respect on her name as Lena Cross,
Lena Cross. But you got people like Lola Vice, who's doing a lot of work in AAA and is in NXT,
and
right?
who now is a mixed tag champion with Iguana.
Iguana, right? And then you got vets like Natty, who was Natalia, got tired of being put on the fucking sidelines was because she was training all these fucking women to be better wrestlers. Started doing fucking Josh Barnett's Bloodsport and NWA with fucking Billy Corgan, and now she's Natty, and now she's getting opportunity. She might not be winning, but she's getting opportunity to debut her new persona, her new I don't give a fuck attitude. That's
Mm.
cool, man. Like someone like her, and I think AJ can respect that. Like this is a person who probably deserves a belt. I don't think she has the personality, unfortunately, but she has the fucking wrestling. That's for damn sure. She is a goddamn a legacy kid. And
Oh yeah.
I won't call her a nepo baby because she's never gotten those opportunities like a nepo baby, but she
Mm.
definitely can outwork pretty much all the women there. So I'm hoping to see more of that because you know what? We talked about Penny before last week and how she deserved a belt. And she's at least getting the opportunity, which is fucking pretty awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Her husband, Kip, I was gonna say Kip Wilson, Kip Sabian, yeah, Kip Sabian like helped her get to that ring shape. You had Megan Bain, who used to be with Joey Janela, or maybe still is, I think.
Mm-mm.
Um, you have women like Harley Cameron, who was just a singer with what was it, that TV
QTB. She was just
QTV?
a ballet.
She was a valet, and now she's fucking fighting and she's doing moves. I'll even go as far as to say someone like Maxine Dupree, who was the Maxim Male Models manager, then went to the fucking Chad Gable's little group, the Alpha American Alphas,
Mm-hmm.
and then she fucking held the IC title for a little bit and beat Becky Lynch for it.
Yep.
Like, women are coming up, and I think WWE and AEW are starting to recognize that. Again, there's still a lot of opportunity to be had, right? There's a lot of things that they could work on to make better,
Mm-hmm.
but the comparison from 10 years ago to now,
Seeing that they're getting those opportunities, man, it just it's awesome. It's awesome. It's awesome to see. It's awesome. Like you watch, even our foreign friends, and I say foreign because Mina Shirakawa, man, she goes out there and throws her body out there every Wednesday night. Even Saturdays too. Marina Shafir, she's obviously not American,
how
and
about the new signee, Persephone from CMLL?
there you go. There you go. They're finding opportunities. They're finding ways to bring it over here and show us what they can do. And I'm all for it, man. I love watching it. I really do.
I mean, look at some of the women's champions in WWE. You have Julia, who's from Japan. You have Stephanie Vaquer, who's from Peru. You have Rhea Ripley, who's from Australia. You have fucking Io Sky from Japan. Like, that's four champions.
Marina Shafir's from fucking Russia.
There you go. But you have four women's champions in the WWE who aren't from America. Chelsea Green she was a U.S. champion and she was from
And
Canada. So there has been a lot of opportunity more recently, and the stories are starting to heat up. There's a lot of opportunity because the men's also have a lot of opportunity to go. So it's not just
you
one
forgot to
sided.
mention Tekla, who's your AEW Women's Champions from Austria.
She won champion. That's shit. That's right.
She's your new Women's World Champion. She did defeat,
Chris
uh,
Statlander.
for the belt.
She's from Austria,
Vienna, Austria.
so she's from the same place as Gunther.
hmm
So, and Kaiser
hmm
or El Gran Americano.
Grande Americano.
Did I just spoil the secret that he's a Gran Americano?
No, not at all.
But that's what I'm saying. Like a lot of these international women are finding a lot of opportunity here, and wrestling is hot because we're only talking about AEW and WWE, but the Iconics just got signed at AEW, right? Who used to be fucking Inspiration in TNA, and they
Mm.
were your former TNA tag team
They're still the
champions.
inspiration.
They're the Inspiration now, right? They're not the Iconics.
Yeah.
That's right.
No, the Iconics in WWE, they used to do the Iconics.
Iconic.
The little stupid pose. I fucking love the. Oh man, I love
Dude,
watching them. They're so stupid.
I was hoping that they would go back and they would join Chelsea Green because they all have the Karen voices. Excuse
hmm
me, excuse me, excuse me.
That would have been the shit. But WWE obviously didn't want to pick them up.
Which is interesting, but
hmm
and did you see in the sheets they got a lot of flack for being in AEW?
Really?
For
Because they loved him out there.
well, they were in
They were
Australia.
home turf.
They're
Yeah, they
home.
were on
Yeah,
home turf.
but what they said was on the sheet. And granted, this is not our opinion. This is what they say in IWC bullshit. Was people were
Hmm.
upset that they were saying didn't they just have a shit match in TNA, lose the titles, and now they're in AEW, where the best wrestle. Like it was those we'll say smart wrestling fans who want to take a shot at TNA and AEW. Like,
Mm.
come on, dude. Like, it's an opportunity. Look who is the independent wrestler of the year. Shotzi, right? And
Shotzi Blackheart.
she was in WWE, and
Yep.
she was in NXT thriving, and then she went to the main card, didn't do so well, got hurt, went back to the fucking NXT, started a group with Gigi Dolan and fucking Peyton Tatum Paxley during WrestleMania, and then poof, and then you think they're gonna scramble and figure it out? No, Priscilla Kelly, aka Gigi Dolan, and fucking Shotzi are fucking killing it on the Indies, dude.
Hmm.
They're killing it. So there is opportunity not only in major companies,
I think as long as you have some TV time, people will remember you, or at least you have to do something at least to get shown a few times. Uh, with some of the wrestling community, they just care about the looks. So as long as you're good looking, I guess they'll still follow you because there's a bunch of perverts out there. But on top of that, if you actually look at their watch the wrestling abilities, they're really good wrestlers. They really are.
yeah,
They just didn't get enough. They did not get enough
TV
TV
time.
time and good stories to back them up to keep them at those places. I think Gigi could have done some more damage in AEW when she was there. Gigi could have been better at fucking NXT if she got the main call up to the main roster, but it just wasn't in the cards.
And I think the good thing about wrestling in general is these women have other promotions like WoW, like Stardom, like New Japan that thrive, be where the wrestling is taken a little differently. The crowd's a little more serious. Like they take they respect wrestling, right? I think a
Mm.
lot of fans in America just take wrestling for
Fickle,
granted. They take it for
fickle.
granted. They take it for granted, so they think they should have an opinion when you should just be enjoying wrestling. That's the whole point, right?
Hmm.
So I think we'll get there. The women's wrestling is getting there even more and is thriving. Just like anything, there's a lot of opportunity, but all we can do is just wait. You just said it
Hmm.
right now, just a second ago. Tekla is your new women's AEW heavyweight champion. New. This has happened just past Saturday,
Yep.
right? So, like again, there is opportunity. That was one of the bigger storylines. You saw Tony Storm with Orange Cassidy fight Yuta and fucking Mina Shafir. Who got the haircut? Like I said, Yuta.
Yuta.
I told you. But
Yeah.
again, you featured two big women stars. You have Mina Shafir, who's a big focal point in the fucking Death Riders, and you have Tony Storm, who has carved out a path all her own. So women's wrestling is big. I know they've been putting a lot of spotlight on Mercedes Moné on her comeback, which she should be coming back during March, because she's going to start defending the rest of the belts that she still currently has, and
Hmm.
then make her way back to AEW. That was the whole point, to get
She
rid of
took a
those
little
belts.
time off. She took a
Yeah,
little time off to heal because that's what she was saying in one of the interviews that uh I can't remember who it was that they did it with, but she just said she took some time off. She needed to heal. She needed to rest. She uh went through a whole bunch of stuff, acupuncture, back
stem
therapy, all kinds
cells,
of other stuff.
stem
Yep.
cell.
So, oh yeah, and then of course spending time with her boo El Beast Mortos. So,
The
oh yeah,
lawyer, the lawyer.
the new lawyer. Yep. So no, it's going to be nice to see her come back and make a big old splash. If she's not at Revolution, it would be a shame. That's a mishap right there because I would love to see Mercedes go after Tekla for the women's world championship.
That would be a good new storyline, right?
Hmm.
Because essentially, what could happen, and granted, AEW is a little different, but Tekla and the Sin Sisters, right? What are they called?
The Sisters of Sin.
Sisters. Of Mix that up a little bit.
Hmm.
Sisters of the Baddies of Sin, right? Um, could
The
essentially,
body.
yeah, that could essentially turn Mercedes face.
True.
So there's a lot of opportunity there. I mean, who knows? We could be way off, and Chris Statlander could be going back after her belt,
Hmm.
right? What we're gonna get there. I don't know if you know, but I'm pretty sure Mina Shikawa is gonna turn on Tony Storm just like Mariah May. So that's loading up in the fucking process. Hopefully, Mega Bad will be soon your new AEW Women's Tag Team Champions. Oh, soon, not right now, but soon.
I would love to see it, but if Tony is the Tony Khan is the way that he is, they may go to the Iconics, the inspiration.
Inspiration. Well, again, something better than fucking Harley and blah blah blah.
Yeah, exactly.
So we you have to give time. You have to let things cook, but we're getting there.
Hmm.
We're getting there, and that's the best
No,
part.
what I would like to see is Lena Cross and Megan Bain as the women's tag team champions, and Penelope Ford as the TBS champion.
I'm almost positive that that's a great idea, but it'll be Lena Cross and Penelope Ford as a tag team, and Megan Bain as a TBS. So
As long as they have it, fuck it.
true, true. So
Hmm.
all we can do is wait. And like I said, there's a lot of things loading up. We already know that uh, Rhea and Io are the women's tag team champs, and they should be defending, I believe, elimination. They're not defending elimination chamber, but they are fighting in the elimination chamber. So
Hmm.
that could change
That's right.
plans
That's
for.
another thing we didn't even mention. It's like talking about big matches that women have been in. I mean, they have a chamber just for the women now to fight for championship.
They have a Royal Rumble just for the women.
That too.
They had a War Games, but didn't compare nowhere near to Blood and Guts. So you know,
No, the war games is either get rid of the PG or let them get hurt because you
I
you can't
think
you can't protect them all the
I
time.
think what you could make work is the men have the War Games, the women have the traditional Survivor Series match.
Yes.
You appease both fucking people who want one or the other, right?
Hmm.
Because there's so much negative backlash on the women's, at least in the WWE women's uh, War Games, because it doesn't even compete nowhere near the women fucking AEW Blood and Guts women's match. So let them do the traditional Survivor Series. Don't worry about anyone getting hurt, but it's a good 5-on-5 match.
Hmm.
And you let the men's have the War Games, and storylines can progress.
Yeah.
So, but we have I believe we only have two finalists so far into the War Games, right? And that's Rhea and Io.
Good
Or
question.
has anyone won any more matches to get into the match?
I think they have more matches set up coming up on SmackDown.
I think
Uh,
SmackDown should be the last set, maybe,
Let me see what I can pull up
unless they're
here.
pushing it for the following week, the week of Chamber.
Why
You
can't
know,
I
pull it up
find
on the SmackDown Hotel.
pay-per-view.com? Oh my god. Let's see. SmackDown so far. So we have Tiffany Stratton, Alexa Bliss, Rhea Ripley, Asuka so far.
Okay, so you got 4 out of the 6.
Hmm. 4 out of the 6.
Nice.
We got
And
two more
what
to come, which will probably be
do
SmackDown.
do they say what matches are coming up for the qualifying matches?
No, I don't have it here, but maybe we can find it on just WWE's website.
What? What?
It's all about that.
What?
Yes, we know Chambers coming up.
What?
Stratton is interrupted by a legend. No, that already happened.
What?
I'm not seeing anything here.
Yeah.
Uh, Hitting SmackDown. It just shows what happened. It's not showing what's coming.
I'm gonna just because I want to make sure.
I want to see if there's anything else that's popping up here. No, it's all NXT stuff on this. Mm, NXT stuff. Um, The viewership for Raw. I'm not seeing anything. You seen anything?
I'm pulling up this. I'm trying to find out if there's anything.
I was not prepared for this one. Not for this swerve.
Yeah, because Asuka just beat Bailey and Natalia
Mhm.
yesterday. Trying to see if there's anything else. They're pushing for the Maxine Dupree versus Natalia because she attacked her.
Mm, yeah, I'm not seeing nothing.
I'm not seeing anything either. I'm just doing one more scan to see if there's anything. So confirmed qualifiers so far as Asuka. Oh, this is all wrong. My bad. Forget it. They had the wrong things. They said confirmed qualifiers since based off of 2026 February. Asuka, Sasha Banks, Nia Jax,
No,
Bailey, Alexa Bliss, and Paige. You said Alexa Bliss already got in? Because it said she was scheduled to fight Zelina and Julia.
that already happened. That was SmackDown on
Okay,
Friday.
okay.
Hmm.
So yeah, nothing's popping up on my end to see if what qualifying matches are next.
Nope. Guess we're keeping it close to the chest.
Nothing
Hmm.
wrong with that.
Nope.
But that's, I mean, there's a lot of importance in these matches because they're getting to feature three women. They're doing triple threat matches to be a qualifier. So they are featuring multiple women on this fucking thing.
Hmm.
Oh, here it is. I got it right here for you. Upcoming this Friday, triple threat match: Charlotte Flair, Kiana James, Nia Jax.
Okay.
And then on Monday, February 23rd, Io Sky, Kairi Sane, Raquel Rodriguez. Those are the upcoming ones. So just based off of that information, even though they've been showing Kiana James and Charlotte Flair hanging out because they're best buddies in real
Hmm.
life, who do you think? Charlotte Flair, Kiana James, or Nia Jax to get the next qualifying into the Elimination Chamber? And mind you, right now, as of now, you have
Nia Jax.
Nia. Oh, okay, okay. Because right now you have Asuka, Alexa, Rhea, and Tiffy.
Hmm.
So you're thinking Nia Jax on this one. So
Well,
how about
who was the three? It was Nia.
Kiana James and
Uh
Charlotte
huh.
Flair? And Kiana James had a good show out at the Women's Royal Rumble.
Charlotte Flair would make more sense, but I think Nia Jax would help what's going on because you really don't have any heels in the match yet.
This is true. Okay, so you're just going off of that.
Just going off of that.
And they are going. Has Liv Morgan decided who she's going after yet?
No, she has not. She had to been or she had a sit down interview with Michael Cole, and then Dom comes and sits with her, and she says, "I'm not telling nobody yet. I just thought this would be fun to do." And then Stephanie comes in and she starts talking to her in Spanish. She's just telling her she's shit, she's worth shit, she's stupid, all this kind of stuff. And Dom is there, fucking translating, and then fucking um, what Liv Morgan ends up fucking leaving crying. So they still haven't pointed out who she's gonna pick yet.
But has she even made any reference to Jade yet?
She was on Friday on SmackDown. Her and Dominic and Raquel were sitting ringside having a Valentine's Day dinner. Raquel was just sitting like security, dressed up looking like Selena and shit. Um, and she was there to watch Jade's match because Jade was fighting. I forgot who she was fighting. Oh, what's her name? Jordan Grace, because Jordan Grace had a championship match, and she was
Yeah,
there fighting her, so she can get a closer view of, you know,
possible
who's going to
opponent.
win that and the
Yeah.
possible opponent kind of thing. Yeah.
Okay. So you're saying Nia Jax. So the
Nia
next.
Jax and Charlotte Flair, but honestly, because there's no heels in that match so far, Nia Jax would make sense to me.
Okay. And how about between Io Sky, Kairi Sane, and Raquel Rodriguez?
I'd like to see Raquel in it, for the same fact that you have no heels. Um, who is it? Io Sky would make sense to be there with Rhea, and then who was the other one? Kyrie Sane would make sense
Harrison.
to be with Asuka. I mean, you could go either. It's all a Raw pairing. So realistically, I don't know. You could have Charlotte and Alexa in there again and bring them back Royal Rumble shit, or you have Nia going after Tiffany because she's already fucking with Tiffany right now because that happened on SmackDown. As far as the other side, it would make sense to have Raquel in there because you need somebody. Judgment Day would be great. Io would help Asuka, which still doesn't make sense why you want to keep pulling that around. And then I'm not Io. Kyrie
Kyrie.
Sane would help Asuka, but Io would be there with Rhea, and
Okay.
it's like
Yeah, I think Raquel
you're
Rodriguez
already
probably makes
tag
the
team
best
champion.
choice.
Yeah.
Raquel makes the most logical sense to have heels and to represent a different group of the women's division,
Hmm.
right? So cool. Well, like they're building up for this, and this is in 2 weeks, give or take.
Yep.
So we're talking about the 28th,
The 28th of February, yes, sir, in
the
Chicago,
last the
Illinois.
last day of fucking February.
And not only on top of that, since we're talking about the women, you also have the Women's Intercontinental Championship. Becky Lee, the champ, versus AJ Lee. And this is AJ Lee's first big match like this in over 10 years.
So we're thinking AJ Lee takes it.
I would love to see AJ Lee take it. I'm hoping she does. That way she can go and defend it at Mania. So, I mean, even if it's a small run that AJ Lee is doing, she wins it now, she loses at Mania, and she loses to Maxine Dupree or whatever. It's no matter what, you're getting AJ Lee on the card.
Yeah.
That's a win in my book. You have a nostalgic act that can still go. Let's put it out there. Great. Or if Becky fights her again at Mania and Becky wins it back, that gives another.
Becky the Heat for
It gives her the heat, and it gives another another tack that she's now the 2-time or 3-time Intercontinental Champion.
yeah. Agreed.
How do you
Agreed.
how do you get to the never seen 17? You got to lose it a few times and win it back, right?
That's what they say. I mean, I
Yep.
personally just think you just keep it for 17 years.
No
Bob
Roman Reigns.
Bob Backlund style,
No
Hulk
Roman
Hogan
Reigns.
style,
No
Bruno
Roman Reigns.
Sammartino
We are tired
style.
of that shit, Roman Reigns.
But regardless, there's a lot of a lot of opportunity and a lot of great things in women's wrestling. I think right now, I think we can both agree as le- true wrestling fans of many different eras that this is probably the best era of women's wrestling, and they're really getting to really maximize their minutes. And there is opportunity for them to get more minutes and more stories, but they're definitely chugging along for sure. So I guess all we can do is just wait and see and figure out how this elimination chamber plays out, who Liv Morgan picks, and whoever wins the chamber, who they pick. Now, let me ask you this: has this ever happened before, where the person from the Rumble never chose right away, and the person who won the chamber chose before?
Not that I could think of.
Now I can think of, right? So Liv Morgan has to make a decision by this week,
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, realistically, she still has.
by Monday. I mean, by this coming Monday, realistically.
Yeah, she's got by this Monday because then Chamber happens and Chamber gets to choose their winner. I think so.
The whatever whoever's left.
Yep.
So that's what I'm getting at. So hopefully we'll have a decision
I
this
honestly
Monday.
think. I honestly think it's gonna be uh
Stephanie. Yeah.
Liv and Stephanie because now it's heating up like it should. And then the winner from Chamber is going to go on to face Nia Jax. And you're either looking at Tiffany Stratton or you're looking at not Nia Jax, Jade Cargill. And you're looking at either Tiffany or Jade to go after. I mean, it would be a smart play. Put Raquel. Let's see Raquel win a Chamber and go after um, Jade Cargill and take it. I would love to see that.
And have a Judgment Day WrestleMania women's. That wouldn't be a bad idea.
Have them both take
This is where fucking Roxanne Perez fucks someone over.
it.
And
Okay.
this is how Judgment Day implodes, or another way it implodes, where they maybe they hit the Mean Girls situation and Roxanne helps Liv, and then Liv and Roxanne come out and they fuck over Raquel. and they mean girls her. They fucking oust her.
That could be something too.
You know, you want real heat, that's how you get
Yep.
heat. So, but again, we
Just
always
like when Liv called Stephanie a puta and it wasn't scripted and Stephanie went off without
yeah.
the mic in her
I'm a
hand.
fucking puta,
Dude,
culera.
that was beautiful. That was I loved seeing
I
her
did.
heated
Did you
up,
see?
dude.
Did you see Dom's fucking face?
Yes,
He went
dude.
this. He just fucking his eyes. He
Like,
he did he did
oh,
the MJF when people were chanting F ice.
yep.
You know that? He just did the what was that the guy from the office, Jim? Step right to the camera and
Uh-huh.
go.
Uh-huh. Dude, I loved it because it was that was pure reaction, man. You could not make that up. And I'm pretty sure he told her or like helped her with that, told her about that, but
Just said,
for her
call
to
her puta, call her puta.
hmm and she did, and look what happened, dude. It was fucking
Tip,
pure
tip,
magic.
tip, typical white person. Hey, you want to learn some Spanish? Let me show you all
Yes, all the bad
the,
words,
all the bad words.
all the bad words.
So,
Oh yeah.
but we're ramping up for Elimination Chamber leading into WrestleMania, and we just came off of AEW's Grand Slam, and we're definitely leading up to Revolution. There's a lot of things cooking. There's a lot of things building up because, well, titles have been changing. There's storylines being built, and I'm here for it. And all you can do is wait and see, right? But before we close it out, again, we appreciate you tuning in for another BTR Top Rope Tuesday. Make sure if you want to watch back or listen back, catch us at any platform where we get your podcast needs Spotify with video, YouTube, Apple Podcasts, Amazon Music, Twitch, Kick, and of course at the socials Instagram, Facebook, all that fun stuff at Beyond the Ropes 210. Like, subscribe, follow, leave that 5-star review. Get us on the fucking algorithms, please.
Yes.
We're getting there. We are ramping up to going live on YouTube, hopefully soon, and get off of this Twitch situation. And we'll just be doing YouTube live from now on. And you see us on the socials, interact with our post, tell us what you want to talk about next. We're gonna start trying to do these one-offs on Tuesdays, where Thursdays we'll be talking about the pay-per-views and what's going on in wrestling, but Tuesdays are for watchbacks, GM mode, State of the Union addresses on wrestling in general, and maybe specifics in wrestling, just like today about women's wrestling. So
We could just easily call it a topic Tuesday if we just want to be vanilla about it.
yeah, we're not gonna do that because it always is a mix. We might do another Jeopardy game coming up soon. All that fun stuff. Maybe a slideshow game. Maybe we'll have some special guests, and we're definitely stay tuned for some live interviews with people who are in the business,
Damn right.
and they can maybe to give us a little more insight behind the curtain. You know, WWE already does it really well with Unreal, and AEW had done it with what was it, AEW backstage. So maybe we can see how it starts off when you're in the indies when you have those kind of interviews. But all you can do is stay tuned for more stories, more violence.
Because for the podcast, the hits back, brother.
Woo!